Hi everybody, welcome back to Pilates with Rye. Today we have a full body workout. You are going to need a couple props. We're going to use a small loop band, a Pilates or yoga block, and a set of small dumbbells. I recommend about 3 to 4 pounds. The highest I would go is 5 pounds. Today I'm going to be using 4, and even that might be a little bit heavy with the series that we have planned for today. So we're going to get right into it, and we're going to get started with some stretches. So you're going to meet me on hands and knees. We're going to start with some cats and cows. So taking that nice deep inhale, making sure everything is stacked accordingly. So that just means shoulders are over top of our wrists, hips are over top of those knees. As we take that inhale through our nose, we're going to drop that belly, our chest shines forward. As we exhale, we're going to push up through the mid to upper back, getting that nice big arch. Inhale as we drop. Exhale, arch. Trying to bring that belly button towards our spine. Dropping the head, stretching the back of the neck. One more each direction. And exhale. Awesome job meeting me back in that neutral position. We're going to walk our hands a little bit wider than our mat. From here, we're going to do something called shoulder drops. So as we exhale, we're going to try our best to drop the shoulder towards the mat. Gaze goes the opposite direction. You're going to feel this across the front chest area, even into the shoulders slightly. Not forgetting to breathe through the stretch. Inhale as we come up through center. Exhale as we drop the other shoulder towards our mat. Again, feeling the stretch all in the front shoulder. Inhale, come on back up to center. Walk those hands back underneath our shoulders. We're going to tuck those toes. Exhale, push up into down dog. You can walk out those feet if that feels good for you. Just stretching all along the back of those legs. Piking those hips up nice and high. Next, exhale, both heels push towards your mat, piking those hips as high as you can. On your next inhale, we're going to shift back down into all fours. We're going to push back into child's pose, reaching with the fingers. And then we're going to get working. So we're going to start with some push-up variations, and then we're going to work into a plank set. So inhale, come on back up. So we're going to do something called scapular push-ups. That works the scapular muscles, which are also known as the shoulder blades in that general area. This is a really good exercise for posture, and it's a really good exercise to kind of get warmed up and start working with. So meet me down on your mat. We're going to be on our forearms. We're going to be in that plank position, even though I called it a push-up. We're still in that plank position. So shoulders are over top of the wrists. Hips are nice and low. Pelvis is tucked. Booty is squeezing. The push-up motion comes from, as we exhale, we're going to sink the chest down towards the mat, squeezing the shoulder blades together like you're going to crush a pencil between them. Inhale, we push up from the shoulder blades, up nice and high, creating space between the shoulder blades. Exhale, we come down. Inhale up. Exhale down, squeeze really, really tight between those shoulder blades. Keep the pelvis tucked. Inhale up, create space. 2 more. Last one. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale up and hold that plank. Squeezing the booty. Push away from the mat, still creating space between those shoulder blades. For 3, 2, and 1. Drop those knees. Push back into child's pose. Whew, that's one way to get class started. Whew, those look a lot easier than they are to do, believe it or not. Awesome job. Come on up. We're going to grab our block and our band. So to get started, we're going to sneak that band just above our knees. So it's going to go right around your thighs. The point of the band is just to help you keep the alignment with your legs. So I don't want our legs to kind of fold in or our knees to fold in as we're holding this plank position. I want them to stay out nice and wide, okay? So if you have a little bit of a struggle with planks, you can just do this from the flat ground. You do not have to be in that elevated position on the block because we are going to walk it out. So that being said, you're going to meet me. Oh, my dog is making another little cameo here. I will. Okay, so both hands are planted on the block to start. We're going to come up into that plank position. Okay. Tucking the pelvis. From here, we're going to walk one hand out, the other hand out. That back and back. Now switch. Right hand out, left hand out, left hand back, right hand back. Left hand out, right hand out, right hand in, left hand in. Whew. Good job, everybody. One more. Bring it back to center. Awesome. From here, we're going to double knee tap. So continuing to check in with that alignment. Pelvis is tucked. Exhale, knees to tap. Inhale up. The upper body doesn't move. Use those lower abs. Keep those legs about hip distance apart. Ooh. 2 more. Exhale. Inhale. Final one. Inhale. Drop those knees. Oh my goodness. Push back into child's pose. Whew. What's nice is that we can be very effective with the moves that we do in a Pilates sculpt class. So we don't need an hour in the gym. We just need the right form and about 20 minutes. Okay, so we're going to lose that block. We are going to grab our weights, keeping that band where it's at. Again, this is just going to add that little extra oomph to your positioning, okay? So now we're going to hit those arms from here. Knees are about hip distance apart. Ribs are stacked over your hip bones. Again, what that means is I don't want to see your belly puff out like this. I want to keep everything nice and tight together so we get a little extra work. And it also helps us brace through the movement and making sure we're hitting the right muscle groups as we're working, okay? So band is on, knees are about hip distance apart, stacked within our core and our spine. We're going to bring those hands up to 90. From here, keeping them at this height. Exhale, we close, trying to bring those elbows to tap. Inhale, open. Exhale. Always inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, like we're trying to blow out candles on a cake. When you're in this stacked position from a kneeling stance, we're also going to squeeze those glutes. Get a little extra work in. Inhale, open. Exhale. We got 3 more. We call this book open and close too. Sometimes it's gate open and close, sometimes it's book. We all use a little different terminology. Bringing those arms back to that shoulder press position. Now we are going to do those shoulder press. We're going to bring the palms to face each other, checking in with that posture. Exhale, alternate sides. Inhale back. Exhale up. Inhale back. Keep those arms up at shoulder height. That time under tension is your best friend. Inhale. As we come down, exhale up. Okay, this time we're going to add a side bend. This arm stays up. Bend. Inhale back. Alternate. Exhale. Bend the opposite way. Inhale back. We're incorporating those obliques. Again, this is why it's so important to make sure we're stacked accordingly. Bring it back. Back. Awesome job. Bring those arms out to a T position. Palms are up. We're just going to draw circles. Whew. The shoulders should be shaking right about now. For 3. Then we're going to switch directions. 2 and 1. Bring it back. Don't lose that core engagement. Shoulders are out of our ears. For 4. We get a break. 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. Woo, drop those weights. We're going to lose the band. We're going to hop right along into some core. I'm just going to grab a quick drink of water while we're at it. Okay, so I love a good roll up. We all love a good roll up. So that's where we're going to start today. So meet me on your back. Legs are straight out. Feet are about hip distance apart. We're going to bring those hands and arms long above us. The key to this is to use the breath work to help us through the movement, okay? That's what's really going to drive those abs to take over and not momentum. Because when we use momentum, we're not actually doing anything to help us get stronger, okay? We're just kind of moving through the movement, and we want to power the movement through precision, through control. So take that nice deep inhale. We start to elevate, bringing that chin towards our chest. As we exhale, bring that belly button to your spine. We're going to roll on up. Inhale as we stretch over those toes, feeling this along the back of the legs. Exhale as we come back down, rolling all the way back down. When we're in that roll up and roll down, really tuck the pelvis to help engage the core. Inhale, exhale. As we roll up, keep those shoulders down. Inhale, stretch over those legs. Exhale as we come down, tucking the pelvis. For some reason, my mat wants to go with me today. We got 2 more. That should tell you how hard I'm pushing into my mat if my mat wants to curl up with me. Exhale, tuck the pelvis. As we feel each point of contact all the way down, we got 1 more. Inhale as we stretch. Exhale as you roll all the way back down on that mat. Awesome job. Bring those hands up to our ears. Feet come to the mat. We're going to push and ground through them. Tuck the pelvis as soon as we bring those legs up, right? We're just going to do some curls. So inhale at the bottom, create that rib flare. Exhale as we curl up, pushing down into the mat with the lower back. Inhale all the way back down. Exhale. You're squishing that blueberry underneath your lower back. Chin is tucked towards your chest, flattening from hip to hip. Exhale. Inhale. All the way back. Exhale. Pushing into the mat. Use your core to peel up, not your neck. 1 more, and we're going to hold it at the top for some pulses. Exhale. Come all the way up, and we pulse. Exhale. Shoulders are wide. Shoulders are wide, my goodness. Elbows are wide. For 3, 2, and 1. Inhale all the way back down. Awesome job. Okay, so we're going to bring those knees up to 90. Again, as soon as we do that, the pelvis tucks, keeping those toes pointed. We're reaching with the legs. We're going to exhale. Upper body's going to curl. From here, legs go straight up in the air. We're going to alternate leg lowers. Exhale as we come down. Inhale back up. Again, pelvis stays nice and still. It's not rocking with the movement. The hip joint is where that movement is stemming from. Gaze is on your belly button. 2 more each leg. Hi, dude. And up. 1 more each leg. Inhale up. Last one. Inhale up. Give those knees a nice big hug. Whew, spicy stuff. Okay. All right, so legs go straight. We're going to use a roll up to get up to a seated position. So feet are flexed. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale up. Whew. Okay. All right, so we're going to grab that yoga block. We're going to hit inner thighs for a second. So taking that block, our lower leg is what's working. So our block is going to go just in line with that upper leg. Okay, so our ankle or inner side of that foot is what's resting on the block. Your bottom leg's gonna come out onto a 45-degree angle. Okay, hips stay nice and square, whether that's to your wall, to a window, whatever that is. We just want that hip to stay still so we're not rocking it back and forth. We're gonna point those toes of the lower foot to activate the upper leg. We're gonna push into that block, creating our own resistance. From here, we're gonna exhale as we lift the lower leg, inhale back. Again, we're looking for length in the leg. We're always looking for length in Pilates. So exhale up. So you're trying to reach through your toes, lengthening that muscle. Shoulders are out of our ears. Inhale down. For 2, we're going to hold it at the top and pulse. Hold it, down an inch, exhale up an inch, down an inch, up. 3, 2, hold it up. We're going to draw small circles. Small circles. The only thing moving is that lower leg. We're squeezing that block. For 2, 1, back at the top, switch directions. Little reminder for myself to keep my shoulders out of my ears. We want to stay relaxed in that upper body. 3, 2, 1. Flex the foot. We inhale, tap the toes. Exhale, lift. Inhale, exhale. For 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Bring it back to center. We're going to switch sides. Awesome job. That is a spicy inner thigh series. No doubt about it. Okay, so we're switching legs. Opposite leg is on that block now. We're going back down onto our mat. Lower leg's in that 45. Get my block in the right spot. We're going to start with those toes pointed. Head is just resting in your hand. Hips are nice and stable. Okay, we're going to point those toes, reaching, right? Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Fun fact, my last video, I filmed it a couple times. I had some technical difficulties. In 3, we're going to pulse. And my mic died twice on me. So if you notice I keep looking down, it's to make sure you can still hear me. We're going to hold it at the top. Up an inch, down an inch, up an inch. Down an inch, up an inch. Keep those hips still. Upper body's relaxed. For 3, we got circles in 2. Hold it up, small circles. Yeah, so it took me a little while to get the last video out because I had so many technical difficulties, but got it figured out, got it posted for you guys. Back at the top, switch directions. So now I'm a little paranoid about my mic dying. For 3, 2, 1, flex that foot. Inhale, we tap the floor. Exhale, we lift, pushing into that top block. Wonderful. Keep those hips still. Movement stemming from that inner thigh. That's shaking right about now. For 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Good job, everybody. All right, we're going to flip up. Meet me in that seated position. We're going to give those shoulders one big shrug to finish off class today. So take that nice deep inhale. Bring those shoulder blades and shoulders up really, really high. Exhale. Drop it down. One more time. Inhale up. And exhale down. Thank you for joining me today for this full body burner. If you liked today's video, like and subscribe and keep an eye out for future videos. Thanks.